When you write a Python program, your code normally runs sequentially from the first line to the last. But to write efficient software, you need a way to control that flow. Imagine a scenario where you need to execute the exact same block of code multiple times, like printing a user's status 10 times. Doing this manually means copying and pasting the exact same print statement over and over again. This split-screen diagram shows the problem and the solution. On the left, we have 10 repetitive lines of manual code. It takes up space and is difficult to maintain. On the right, a 2-line loop structure achieves the exact same output. Replacing 10 manual lines with 2 automated lines scales up. When you are processing 10,000 data points, you don't write 10,000 lines of code. You write a loop. That allows you to automate repetitive tasks and keep your codebase clean. Python gives us 2 primary ways to handle repetition, starting with the for loop. You use this specific structure when you already know exactly how many times you want the code to repeat. This snippet defines repetition using the range function. Passing 5 generates 5 numbers, printing 0 through 4. To define start and stop points, pass 1 and 6. The sequence starts at 1, stepping up to, but excluding 6. The terminal outputs 1 through 5. Because the sequence is predefined, the loop handles the counting entirely on its own. You avoid the need to manually track or manage your index variables. Sometimes you don't know the required number of iterations in advance. You might be waiting for a user to enter valid input or for a server to respond. For indefinite tasks, you need a while loop. Looking at this basic while loop, you can see how the logic shifts. Instead of iterating over a set sequence, this loop executes its block of code continuously as long as the condition remains true. If your condition never becomes false, the loop runs forever. This infinite cycle acts like a running faucet, overflowing memory and crashing the program. To prevent this, the variable highlighted in cyan increases the count each cycle until it exceeds 5, stopping the loop. The while loop gives you immense control over condition-based logic, but it requires you to actively build and manage the safety mechanisms that will eventually turn it off. Once you have a loop running, you might encounter a specific situation where you need to interrupt its normal sequence. Python provides 3 control statements to alter that flow. The first is the break statement. This snippet is set to count from 0 to 9, but when the index reaches 5, the code encounters the break statement. The loop immediately terminates, completely ignoring the remaining numbers. Next is the continue statement. If you want to bypass a specific iteration without killing the entire loop, you use this. When the index hits 3, the continue command skips the remainder of the current cycle and jumps straight back to the top. Notice the output. The number 3 is missing, but 4 and 5 print normally. Finally, we have the pass statement. This is a null operation. It does absolutely nothing to the execution flow. It simply acts as a placeholder when your syntax requires a line of code, but you don't want any action to occur yet. By combining these 3 statements with your loops, you gain exact surgical control over which lines of code run, when they stop, and what they skip. We've covered the core structures of Python iteration. You use for loops when you have a known sequence of items, and you rely on while loops when you are waiting for a specific condition to be met. This table summarizes your control flow options. You apply break to terminate the loop entirely. You use continue to skip the current iteration and move to the next. And you insert pass when you need a structural placeholder that does nothing. And remember the critical rule of while loops. Always guarantee your condition variable updates during the cycle, so the loop eventually ends. Applying these rules prevents you from writing hundreds of redundant lines of code. It replaces manual repetition with clean, efficient logic that scales to handle any amount of data. Now it's time to put this into practice. Open your IDE, set up a simple for loop using the range function, and run it to see your automated sequence in action.